It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. Fiber New specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the RMU Island Sports Center here in Neville Township, Pennsylvania. It is a PIHL single-A matchup of the Blue Division variety between the Quaker Valley Quakers and the Montour Spartans. Thank you for joining me this Monday evening. My name is Brian Mitchell. It is time. We've got a beautiful single-A doubleheader for you this evening. It doesn't get much better than this. The number 2 Quaker Valley Quakers could be the number 1 Quaker Valley Quakers by the end of the evening. If they can take care of business against Montour, you're going to make sure that that doesn't happen. This is a rivalry game between the two teams. Following in this game, we're going to have the Cannon McMillan Big Macs, your number 1 seed, and the number 3 seed Moon Tigers sitting in that division right now. It's a lot of movement possible by the end of this evening, so we're going to find out where it goes in the next 4 hours. But we're going to talk about these two squads as they come out to the ice for the visiting Quaker Valley Quakers. They are led by longtime head coach Kevin Quinn. Right now they are 10-1 and one shootout loss this season. 31 points, second place in the blue division. That's number 4, Max Modrovic. Number 6 will be Ben McHenry. Number 7 will be Hunter Kronk. Number 7, Stefan Maurer. Number 11 will be Kian McKenna. Number 12 will be Jace Vasbinder. Number 13 will be Mike Minnick. Number 16 will be Charlie Johnson. Number 17 will be Jack Watson. Number 21 will be Lance Shaner. Number 31 will be Luca Karumfush. Number 33 will be Neil Dwyer. Number 43 will be Tristan Bemis. Number 48 will be Matthias Lazama, the PIHL Player of the Month. Starting at goal tonight, number 54, Ian Lorang. Number 58 will be Charles D'Antonio. Number 67, Charlie Pyle. Number 71, Colin York. Number 82, Luke Kohler. And number 93 will be Kieran Kane. Quaker Valley coming off of a victory over North Catholic last Monday, I believe, 9-2. On the opposite side for the home squad in the white with the gold and black trim, it is literally a negative matchup here this evening. Led by head coach Steve Young, the Montour Spartans are 4-6, 1 overtime win, 1 overtime loss on the season. 15 points, sitting in 7th in that blue division. It's going to be number 3, Donnie Saramac. Number 5 will be Noah Deaney. Number 8 will be Landon Keaton. Number 9 will be Colt Wilson. Number 11 will be Luke Zacharias. Number 16 will be Austin Lipinski. Number 18, the captain, Trey Varga. Number 19, Aiden Jennings. Number 27 will be Nico Sikorsky. Number 29, backing up in goal this evening, Ethan Diani. Starting in goal, number 32, Camden Molka. Number 36, Talon Bruce Miller. Number 50 will be Dylan Hogue. Number 57 will be Anthony Klimas. Number 29 will be Logan Dobrowski. Number 82 will be Braden Kulak. And number 96 will be Colin Rogers. Montour coming off of a loss against Cannon McMillan, won the 5 down at the Princescape Arena at South Point earlier this week. Last Tuesday. These two teams faced off back in the second game of the season for Quaker Valley, first game of the season for Montour. Quaker Valley taking down Montour 5-0 in that contest. Montour learning a little bit from that very young squad this season. Coach Steve Young saying that is just where they are right now. They need to learn. They kept them down to a 1-0 lead going out of that second period at the Barrel Ice Complex. Unfortunately, unable to hold on to the lead as the Quakers were able to put up 4 goals in the third period. In that contest, Lorang had 27 saves. Vasbinder had 2 goals. On the upside, Montour, Diani at 35 saves, but they're going to go with Molka this evening. We're going to find out where it goes. Thank you for joining me here at the RMU Island Sports Center. Once again, I'm Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live, Berg Hockey Night on 10 Band TV and Pittsburgh Hockey Digest. We'll be back with your opening face-off momentarily. Just a reminder, RMU Island Sports Center, the home of the 2026 PIHL All-Star Games. Join us on January 25th for our contests throughout the day, brought to you on 10band.tv. Like we're going to have the national anthem. We'll be back momentarily. I'll tell you what, it's been a couple months since I've been back at the island, but the 10 years or so that I spent here covering the RMU and men's and women's squad, I never thought I'd say I miss hearing John Tucci's voice and his rendition of the national anthem, but that's where we're at here. A local legend, Mr. John Tucci. I like him for that rendition, and we will have our opening face-off here. As we always say here, we'll get the names with the numbers as the game progresses, but we're going to start it out here. Once again, Montour in white with the gold and black trim, golden helmets on the other side in the black with the black helmets and gold trim. It's going to be the Quaker Valley Quakers. In goal for the Montour Spartans is going to be Camden Molka. He is 3-2-1 on the season, a 333 goals against average and a 900 save percentage. On the opposite side, Ian Lorang, 7-1-1, a 221 and a 908 save percentage, a shutout on the year for Lorang. And ladies and gentlemen, we are absolutely underway here at the Island Sports Center. The face-off will be won back by the Montour Spartans, brought on, shot on by the Quakers. They're going to battling around. That's going to be Henry. McHenry will leave this one out. It'll be passed around. Vestbinder will fall down as Kohler will dump this into the corner, back around. McHenry behind the cage. Throws one in front for Vestbinder. Has an opportunity here. Can't keep the stick on the puck. It's going to be picked up and dumped up to the near boards, kept in temporarily, and Varga will take it. The captain will throw this one up across center, which will go down in on Lorang. He's just going to fall on it, hold on it. 16:24 remaining in the first. Face-off coming up to the left. Now they're going to call it to the left of Ian Lorang. Lorang, the senior for Quaker Valley, and a very young team. Talking to Kevin Quinn before the contest, he says, this team, 3 straight quarterfinals, not happy about it. They feel like they have a very solid squad this year and really want to make sure that they're taking care of business for that senior group. PIHL will take the puck and dump it out. Picked up Lizama, the reigning PIHL player of the month, brings it in. Down into the near corner. We'll dump this one around. It'll be let pass through and cleared up past Landon Keaton. And this will come out of the zone as Aiden Jennings will chase it back into the corner. He'll get muscled off behind. Picked up. Bemis will pass this one over to Lizama, and he'll carry it out. Modrovic across center. Across the blue line, brings it in, gets around a defender, shot on, save made Molka and hold on to. 15:39 remaining in the first frame. Scoreless here at the RMU Island Sports Center. As we said in the pregame, home of the PIHL All-Star Games this year, the RMU Island Sports Center. January 25th all day, probably starting around 12 o'clock and going clear till about 9-ish. Rogers On the half wall, back up, and that'll be brought to you by on 10-band TV today. Bruce Miller watches this one go over his head. Carrying it out are the Spartans. 2-on-1 develops. Hogue will throw this one around looking for Bruce Miller. It does go on Lorang. He'll hold on to it, and we'll have another face-off here. You'll hear a little background music. PIHL DJ Austin McLean in the house. Big game treatment for this evening. Back around Kohler with Rogers. It'll be Kohler carrying it out. Bounces one around. He's going to find Maurer. It does go out of the zone temporarily. Bruce Miller will dump this one back into zone. Lorang comes out. It'll be dumped around by Watson. Up for Kronk. Kronk lets this one pass through. Carrying it out is Kane. Kane back to Kronk. Kronk's shot gloved off by Molka. Back around the half wall. Kronk will take it. Dumps one back down and around. It'll be picked up by Maurer. Waiting around. I'm sorry, that is Colt Wilson. The wrong score sheet in front of me. Lorang will collect it. Leaves it for Kohler. Back down, Colin Rogers will battle. Coming a little bit of help from Trey Varga. Carrying it out. McHenry. Passes it up, a tip back in by Kulak out of the zone. York. York will dump this one in behind the cage. Molka will watch it, and we'll just dump this one over for Sikorsky. Back up it goes. Back around Kulak. Couldn't collect the pass, so Kohler will chase it behind the cage. Throws one in and around. Up and out it goes to Colin York. But back in, shot opportunity here. Oh, off the post for the Spartans. Back out comes York. York into the zone. Back up Vesbinder. Shot scores over the glove of Molka, and it's 1-0 Quaker Valley. Vesbinder taking the puck on a pass out from the shot that rang off the post. Was able to fire one just over the glove of goaltender Molka and make it 1-0 Quaker Valley. Face-off will be taken at center. To be passed around back to Deaney. Noah Deaney will pass this one out and picked up. Dabrowski takes the puck, dumps one in. It's going to go to Bemis. Bemis behind the cage. He gets knocked down. Binder with the goal. McHenry with the assist. Act out. This will be picked up by Jennings and dumped back around. Bemis will pass this one out. It'll be blocked. Lazama. Nice little play there to keep the puck. Goes back to D'Antonio. Back for Bemis. At the half wall. Pyle leaves it. Jennings has to watch it come out of the zone. It goes on and touched by a player on the Quaker Valley bench. 13:07 remaining in the first. A face-off outside the zone. And following this contest will be Cannon, McMillan, and Moon. A lot on the broadcast schedule this evening. But it'll bounce around. Thank you for joining me here on this Monday evening. Look out, Pyle will carry it out of the zone. Coming across, passed out, Lazama in the half wall. Take it down to the corner behind the cage. A little bit of pressure there. It'll be nicely played back by Sikorsky. He'll bounce this one out to the half wall, and that'll be bounced around, kept in by the Quakers. Goes back down, Modrovich. And that'll be dumped out of play. 12:31 remaining in the first frame. We'll have another face-off coming up inside the Montour zone. The stretch will be on after the break. Of course, we head into Christmas break here after this week. 2 weeks off. McHenry looks for the shot. It'll be blocked. Back out to the point. Down for McHenry. McHenry looks for the shot. It's blocked. Rebound comes out. Vasbinder behind. Up around for Kohler. Kohler's shot looking for the tip in front by York. Goes back across. Watson up for York. Dumps it down Vasbinder, but it's going to be McHenry getting to it first. Back down and into the near corner. Picked up Trey Varga. He'll dump this one out of the zone. Goes back. That's going to be Jack Watson. A little bit of pressure there from the Spartans, and out comes McHenry. McHenry into the zone. Down into the near corner. Back up to the point. Watson over for Kohler. He takes a low shot save. Molka goes to the half wall. Back for McHenry. That's not going to make it through. 3 white shirts separated, and that's going to be taken by the Spartans and out. Watson on the backhand just takes a dump into the near corner. Back down. Colt Wilson battles in with Watson. That'll be picked up by Maurer. Maurer into the half wall, into the corner, back down. Thrown in front. It's going to go back out to the point. Watson. Penalty delayed right now on the Spartans. Back out Watson shot. Look for the tip in front. It goes out of play with 11:02 remaining. Power play coming up for Quaker Valley. Tripping call on Colt Wilson. The junior will sit for 2, and Montour, Quaker Valley will head to the power play. 37% on the season. Montour with a 75% kill rate. Back out Kohler to the half wall. Modrovich over for Kohler. Down, Watson shot, save made, and goes out of play. 10:50 remaining in the frame. Teams will regroup. Modrovich will step in with Jennings. It'll be won by Quaker Valley. Back to the point. Oh, tipped and turned over. Watson will have to regroup back into his own zone. Thinks about it. Has it tipped back. Zacharias jumps on the play, throws one through, looking for Jennings in front. Back behind Watson. Has to watch it go behind the cage. A little bit of a broken play there by the Quakers. Able to regain control and bring it back out as Watson. Watson with the pass out. Finds Kohler. It does come back and out of play. 10:19 remaining. 1:17 remaining in the power play for the Quakers. You have the face-off down low. Face-off's going to be one back out. McHenry into the zone. McHenry comes down, turns it around up to the point, up for Kohler. Kohler down. Watson shot. Molka save. 10:04 remaining here in the first frame. 1:03 remaining in the power play. Junior captain Trey Varga steps in with Charlie PIHL. We carried out, and Varga will dump this one in behind the cage. Watson watches Varga gets cleared out. Kulak waits, throws one across, and it's going to be back for McHenry. McHenry throws one up to PIHL. PIHL getting rave remarks in the pregame from head coach Kevin Quinn, who's playing soccer earlier this season, came on and really starting to meld with his teammates after the delayed start. Kohler. PIHL 11 points, 3 goals, 8 assists. This comes back out. Modrovich into the zone, back to the point. Shot on Kohler, saved by Molka and held on to. 9:13 remaining in the first frame. 1-0 Quaker Valley leading. Jason Van Binder with a goal. Went back around and up to the point. Cleared past Kohler, and Watson chases it back into the zone. Behind it goes. Watson dips one around, picked up Kohler. He'll carry this one out. Quaker Valley throws one through. Watson activating. Goes to the top of the circles. Just dumps one in on a backhand. Kronk behind the cage. It's a little bit of battle there. Maurer up for Bruce Miller. Bruce Miller, penalty has expired. This will be picked up and cleared down by the Spartans, and icing is the call. 8:32 remaining in the frame. Lozama will step in with Bruce Miller. It'll be won by Lozama. D'Antonio will dump this one into the corner. It'll be backed around and picked up by the Spartans. Wilson leaves one around, picked up and dumped out to the point. Bemis will watch this one get knocked off his stick and cleared back in. Chasing it down is Modrovic. Lozama, top of the circles, waits, loses the puck temporarily, gets a shot on, saved by Mocha. Cleared back up off of his own player. Hogue will dump this one up across center, and Bruce Miller will dump this one behind the cage. Bemis gets in there with Lozama. A little bit of pressure there, throws it out for Modrovic. Up for PIHL. PIHL into the zone. Up for Modrovic. It'll be blocked. Nice job on the block by Donnie Cermak. Cermak, a freshman that Steve Young was very high on in the pregame. Bemis will take the puck and just dump this one in behind. Klimas behind the cage, around for Hogue. He'll let that one clear back up, and York back out for Kohler. Back for Watson. Goes back behind. Throws one down for McHenry in front of us. McHenry's pass goes off a Spartan, and a hit there, and falling was Vasbinder. And McHenry gets around a defender looking for the wrap. He does go back into the far corner, but up and carrying it out is Zacharias. Down around, Kohler. Back up to the point, Zacharias. And this will be dumped back in. Kohler throws one off of Vasbinder. The captain will just dump it in and get a line change. So it'll be picked up by Sikorsky. A little bit of pressure there by McHenry, and Sikorsky brings it out in front of us, brings it in the zone. Watches as Kohler regroups. Sikorsky with a little bit of pressure on Kohler. Hard time separating the puck. A little good play there by Kieran Kane to get it out of the zone. Kieran Kane with the pressure. Gets it in behind, dumped up by Varga, and cleared to Watson. Watson carrying it in. Back down Deani. Around for Varga. He'll clear it up to Kohler. Throws one looking for the tip in front. Picked up. And that's going to be Lipinski throwing this one up. Hogue had Varga on the fly, but unfortunately able to get to it. 5:33 remaining here in the first. 1-0. Quaker Valley still leads. I'm Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live. Berg Hockey Night here on 10-Band TV and Pittsburgh Hockey Digest. Thank you for joining me on this Monday evening from the RMU Island Sports Center. Good to be home. Modrovic up for PIHL, back to Kohler, and then over for Lozama. Shot was low and saved. It comes back around. Lozama in the near corner takes a big hit from Varga, leading scorer for the Spartans. Watson back into his own zone behind the cage. Takes about, throws one up for PIHL. PIHL gets around a defender, out for Modrovic. Max Modrovic takes a shot that goes high and off the glass. Back for PIHL. They'll regroup. Back down Modrovic. Shot on, just goes on the outside of the cage by Jack Watson. Behind. It'll be picked up, thrown to the point, looking for Watson again. He keeps it in nicely. Watson takes one that's going to be blocked on the way in. And out come the Spartans looking for Varga, but it's going to go over to Kohler. Kohler seems like he's everywhere on defense in this early period. Back across it goes. Vasbinder will dump this one back up. And guess who? It's Luke Kohler. Back down, and it's going to be blocked by Lipinski. That's just his own player, Rogers, tips over his stick. Back around, Lazama. In shot, save made, rebound, Cermak behind the cage. Cermak will dump this one out, back around it goes. Picked up by D'Antonio. And an icing call on Quaker Valley this time. Will come back down with 4:01 remaining in that first frame. Face-off's going to be won by Vasbinder forward. Nice play to get it out, but not all the way. Turned over opportunity in front. Rogers on the backhand. Lorang with the save. Bruce Miller will throw one in front. Hack for McHenry. McHenry with Klimas. Klimas. Oh, big hit by McHenry on Nico Sikorsky. Sikorsky losing his helmet on the hit. He'll jaw a little bit, but he's actually he's laughing about it out there. Sikorsky just came in. McHenry lowers the boom on the offensive side. 3:42, we'll have another face-off coming down low. Wow. That's a hit. It comes outside the zone. Seen some big hits in this building over the years. Not many with a forward laying out the defender on the way through. Back for McHenry. McHenry going down for Vasbinder. They'll come around for Jennings. They'll play around, and it'll be Jennings turning around, throwing one up for Zacharias. He'll take the puck and just dumps it in Dabrowski. Lorang chases it down. D'Antonio with the puck. Brings this one out of the zone, passes it up for Kronk. Hunter Kronk will just dump this one in behind. All right. Donnie Cermak up in front. It's going to be picked up, and Cermak will carry it out looking for Dabrowski, and he'll not be able to play it. That'll go over to Bemis, and he'll dump this one back in to the near corner for Wilson. Wilson around. It's a Cermak. A little bit of pressure there from Quaker Valley, and here come the Spartans out for Varga. Varga trying to get around a defender, but it's tipped back out. Bemis will carry this one in. I'm sorry, that is Kane. Kane throws one around. Kronk with a shot. Oh, opportunity just sits across in the paint. A couple players lose it in their skates. That'll come back out to the point. Watson has to watch as the puck comes out. They'll get back on side. Quaker Valley trying to bring it back in. Deanny with a hit attempt. Kane. Kane gets in there with Keaton. Back down and up. Oh, he picked up and carried out. Back around. Picked up by Varga. Varga trying to get around the defenders into the zone. Varga looking for the second effort. He'll just throw it back in behind the cage. Watson regroups to the left of Lorang with 1:33 remaining in the frame. Back out it goes. That'll be picked up by Kieran Kane, and he'll try to take a shot. It'll be blocked. Varga picks up the puck and carries it back out. Varga into the zone, throws one on Ian Lorang, and he'll hold on to it. 1:16 remaining in first frame. 1-0 Quaker Valley leading on a Jace Vasbinder goal. See in your left side of your screen, I'm loading up the game sheet. I don't have shots at this rink. 13 shots for Quaker Valley, 5 shots for Montour. Back out it goes. Modrovic And for PIHL. PIHL throws one through the crease. It'll be bounced around. D'Antonio watches it come back out of the zone. That goes the length of the ice. Icing is the call. Bemis with 1 minute to go. We'll have another face-off all the way down the Montour zone. Face-off will be won back by Modrovic. D'Antonio throws one around looking for Varga. Varga up for Wilson. Back down behind looking for the tip in front. D'Antonio's shots low, slow, and on net. Molka with the save. Modrovic down. And dumped up to the point. Shot on and held on to on the shot by Bemis. Molka. 36.8 seconds remaining in the first frame. We'll have another face-off down low. Vasbinder from McHenry at 3:14, your difference. Out to the point. He picked up a cross. Carrying it out are the Spartans. Varga. Varga into the zone. On the backhand, throws one off of a tip, an opportunity in front, tipped in front, looking for Kulak. Vargas, hard angle, net comes off its moorings. We'll have another face-off. 12.7 seconds remaining. The curse of the visitor's net strikes again here at the Robert Morris Island Sports Center. You don't know how many years that I've seen that occur. Varga steps in with Modrovic. Back down. Jennings watches the puck come down to be turned over. Varga throws one in front, nobody home. PIHL takes the puck, and he's going to carry it out, back out to the point. It's going to be the end of the first frame with your score. The Quaker Valley Quakers 1, the Montour Spartans 0. Once again, my name is Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live, Berg Hockey Night here from the RMU Island Sports Center. We'll be back with your second frame momentarily.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
One nothing your score here at the RMU Island Sports Center. I'm Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live, Berg Hockey Night here at the Island. Chase Vasbinder at 3:14 of the first frame. Even strength goal from Ben McHenry, the difference. We're heading into the second frame. Once again, Montour in the white, going from left to right. Quaker Valley in the black, going from right to left. Face-off will be dropped at center. And we're here for the second period. Back around McHenry up for Watson. That's going to be dumped in. Foul for Vasbinder behind the cage. Chase Vasbinder skates around a defender. It's going to be picked up and back up. Vasbinder looking for the play, but it's going to be tipped out nicely by the Spartans. That was Dobrovsky. Sorry, that was Hogue with the block. Back down McHenry. McHenry loses the puck to Bruce Miller. Take up for McHenry. Down for York. York carries it in. Back around up to the point. Kohler loses the puck. York will watch it tip around. It's going to come out of the zone. Kohler back. This one's going to be offside. They'll need to regroup. Back Sikorsky. Probably tied that lid back on after that hit in the first. Back down Kohler with a knob save by Molka. Rebound comes back out looking for York. York over for McHenry. McHenry in the near wall. Skates in around, goes to the top of the circle. So McHenry with the shot. Save. Molka. Rebound comes to Rogers. He pounces one back out for Watson. There's going to be a penalty coming up. And this is coming from the trailing referee. It's going to be on Vasbinder for a cross check. 15:40 remaining in the frame. Montour heads to the advantage. On the opposite side, Montour, 15.4% on the power play on the opposite side, an 84.6% kill percentage for the Quakers. Face-off will be won back by Quaker Valley, and they're going to clear it out. Lazama puts it on Sikorsky, but he's going to throw it across for Saramac. Saramac up across for Kulak. Dumped in. This will be dumped back out. Sikorsky will have to chase it back into his own zone with 15:20 remaining in the frame, 1:37 remaining in the power play. Carrying it out are the Spartans. Sikorsky, it's going to be tipped opportunity coming the other way. Lazama into the zone. Shot saved by Molka. Rebound comes back into the corner. Modrovic tries to get around the defender. Nice play there by Varga. He'll bring it out of the zone. The captain in, tries to throw one through off of Lorang, goes off to the half wall. Varga to the top of the circle, throws one through for Saramac. Back up to the half wall, thrown through, had Varga in front, nobody home though. Sikorsky back, throws one across by Saramac, over to Sikorsky. He's gonna find Kulak. He's gonna be tipped off. And coming back down is Sikowski. Sikorsky behind the cage. Plays it off of Kane back to himself. Lucky play there, and he'll pick it up and tries to get around the defender. A little bit of help there. For Jennings, 29 seconds remaining in the power play. Sikorsky into the zone. Throws one through everybody. That's going to come back out to Kulak. Up for Varga. Varga will throw one through. It bounces off the inside of Lorang's pad. Took a weird bounce, ended up on our side. Back for Kulak. 9 seconds remaining in the power play. Kulak throws back to Varga. Varga loses the puck. It's going to come out of the zone, and the penalty is going to expire. It's going to come back into Lorang. They'll regroup behind. It's going to be picked up by Brandon Kulak. Sorry. That's Luke Kohler. 2 82s, both in black and gold. I'm trying to figure out which one. A little confusing out here. Back up. Pair of 9s behind. Maurer and Wilson. So comes back out for Watson. Goes over Wilson's stick. Maurer leaves to go for Wilson. Back up Dabrowski. This is the puck. Vasbinder brings in an opportunity. Mauer shot save made. Molka. 12:57 remaining here in the second frame. Quaker Valley still leading 1-0. Shots are now 18-7 in favor of Quaker Valley. York up for Bemis. Back down. York looking for the backhand. Save made. McHenry throws it to Vasbinder with another shot. Save made. Held on to. And they're going to have a disagreement in front. Well, York and Dabrowski hugged it out at the end of that one, so a lot going on. It'll probably take a second for the officials to sort this out. 12:46 remaining in the second frame. First one I've got is Austin Lipinski into the We're going to sort this out directly in front of us. The unlucky pairing of Pickering and Schmid as the officials this evening. We've got Colin York heading off. We're going to go 5-on-5 here. Face-off will be outside the zone. Montour steps in with Jennings. It'll be one back to Kohler. Into the zone, he'll dump one over the top of the cage. That'll be Saramac throwing one up for Lizama's shot. Off the mask of Molka. Klimas will carry this one out. It'll be picked up. And back into the zone comes Varga. Varga throws one on the cage. Lorang will glove this one and hold on to it. 12-23 of the frame. They're calling 2 each for roughing. Concurrent minors there. Varga with an opportunity. This one through, back around. It'll bounce around. Lorang, it just goes outside the cage. Jennings behind Modrovic. Back up, Watson. Throws one around, looking for Varga. Back down. So go back out. And Kulak couldn't get it out to his defender, so Lizama has a hard time with that. Klimas will dump this one back out. Varga turning it around. Varga coming in, leaving one down for Kulak. Back out, Watson throws one up, and it's going to be picked by Varga. Varga throws one through the slot. Kulak could get to it. He's going to get it on the second opportunity. PIHL gets stick down by Varga. This goes back across for Jennings. 11:36 remaining in the frame. 1-0 Quaker Valley leading. Back up to the point, Lizama. A little bit of pressure there by Sikorsky. Kept in nicely by Varga. Sikorsky loses it in his skates. It does come out in front of the benches. They'll regroup back out. Saramac into the zone on the half wall. It's muscled off, picked up and cleared up by who else but Kohler up for Lizama's firing shot goes high over the cage. Bruce Miller watches this one get left behind for Sikorsky. Pressure there on a nice play there by Maurer. Stefan Maurer watches it go back into the corner. As Talon Bruce Miller sends it up for Rogers. Back out goes for Kohler. Bruce Miller up for Maurer. Past Sikorsky, opportunity coming the other way. Kronk has Maurer. Kronk takes the shot. Inside shot. Misses by about 3 feet to the inside. Back out of the zone. That'll be dumped back in by Watson. Sikorsky throws one across for Diani. Sikorsky over to Diani. Went up. Looks for Bruce Miller. And it's going to come back out for Rogers. Colin Rogers will just dump this one into the zone. And with 10 minutes remaining, we'll have another face-off. Icing is the call. (20-8) are the shots in favor of the Quakers. Bess Binder will step in. And this will be one back to McHenry. Henry will leave the puck around, throws one over McHenry. D'Antonio will throw this one all the way over for McHenry. Thinks about it, takes a little bit of pressure from Wilson. Back out, and it's going to come up for Lipinski. D'Antonio. It's muscled off by Varga. This comes back out to Wilson. Colt Wilson leaves one up for Kulak. It'll be Braden Kulak on the backhand. Throws this one. It's going to be high. Fly ball to center field. Held on to by Lorang. 9:18 remaining here in your second frame. Varga and Modrovic. Up to the point. Jennings down. It'll be dumped in behind Varga. Up to the point. Saramac looks for the tip in front. It's going to be picked up, and Watson has a hard time with it. Klimas over, and that's going to be dumped by PIHL. PIHL into Lizama. Lizama for PIHL. PIHL low shot, almost missed off the toe. Does go off the post, though. Varga coming into the zone has Jennings. Up for Jennings. Jennings takes a little bit of pressure there. And there's a penalty going to be coming up. It's going to be a hooking call, and it's going to be on Montour. 8:39 remaining here in the second frame. That's going to be Aiden Jennings, the sophomore. Power play coming up for the Quakers. Binder will step in with Talon Bruce Miller. It'll be one back to the point. Back up Kohler, down for Modrovic. Lizama. That's going to go back out and picked up and dumped past Kohler. 8:28 remaining in the second frame. Quaker Valley on the power play leading by 1. Binder into the zone. It's around one defender, throws one off of the logo and held on to by Molka. 8:17 remaining. Camden Molka, the sophomore. Once again, 3-2-1 on the season, a .333 save percentage. Coming into the contest, 323 goals against average and 900 save percentage. Lorang will leave one behind for Kohler. Throws one around, and pressure on by Zacharias. Watches this one go back into the near corner. Modrovic going to give it another opportunity. Carries it out of the zone, up past Bruce Miller. In, shot on, save made. Comes back up and dumped out for the length. 7:48 remaining here in the frame. 1:07 remaining in the power play. Face shot will be sent. The puck will be sent across. Picked up, carrying it out is PIHL. PIHL across Lizama's shot. Low and saved by Molka. Charlie PIHL gets a little bit of pressure on that one. It goes back to the point for Jack Watson. Watson down for Max Modrovic, up for McHenry. McHenry, Kohler, back to McHenry. Waits, thinks about it, throws one back down, back for McHenry. Charlie PIHL battling in the corner. A little bit of pressure here from the Spartan. Sikorsky will get this one up and dump this one down with 20 seconds remaining in the power play. Lorang comes out, has Kohler. He picks up the puck, throws one up for York. York in front of us, carries it in. York thinks about it. And Hunter Kronk loses the puck. It goes over for Charlie PIHL, and that is the end of the advantage. Back thrown in front, looked to tip in front. McHenry with an opportunity. It's going to come on, and it's going to be saved by Molka. 6:28 remaining in the frame. Still a 1-0 lead for the Quaker Valley Quakers. Kane steps in with Varga. It's going to be won by the Quakers and dumped on the net. Jennings takes the puck. Watson's going to tip it back. Kronk's going to come in. It's around Noah Deaney. Nice play to keep it in the zone, but back it goes for Maurer. Back up, tipped around. Kronk loses the puck. This one will bounce back out. And Kronk passes it to Watson. Watson in the zone will dump on across for Deaney. He'll leave that one back for Maurer. Throws one in front. O'Kane knocked it down. Rebound comes on. It bounces in the air. It's picked up by Montour and cleared out. 5:44 remaining in the frame. We have an icing call. We'll redo it all the way back down. Once again, thank you for joining me here at the RMU Island Sports Center. My name is Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live, Berg Hockey Night. Live on 10-Band TV and Pittsburgh Hockey Digest. First of a doubleheader here on the island. Cannon McMillan and Moon to follow. Lazama throws one across for Pyle. Shot save made. Molka rebound. Goes to his own defender. Bounces one off of the forward and then back. Pyle regroups. Pyle back behind the cage. Thrown in front. Save made again by Molka. Klimas looks for the hit, but it's going to come back out to the point. D'Antonio will dump this one on. Modrovic looking for the tip, but it does go into the corner. Back around Lazama. But thinks about it. Throws one in front. Oh, had Pyle going. Pair of 67s in the slot. Both end up on the ice. So it's a 57-67. Back up we go. D'Antonio will throw one through. That'll be saved by Molka. 4:56 remaining in the second. Sometimes the jerseys are tied up and I can't see the numbers 100%. Face off coming to the left of Camden. Molka. McHenry will dump one in. Vestbinder. Behind. Going to be regrouped over for McHenry. 1-0 Quaker Valley leading. Watson going through a tip in front. Oh, Molka with the big save. Through a big mass of humanity in front. Rogers pressures this one on Watson. Back into the near corner. It'll be picked up by McHenry. Back for Watson across for Kohler. Passes this one out. McHenry across and will dump this one into the zone. Ben McHenry around Rogers. Dubs one up. Pass Vestbinder across for Watson. Into the zone. Kohler watches this one go off of him, and I'm not sure. I thought that hit something on the way up, but I guess not. Back out, picked up by Saramac. Saramac into the zone. We'll dump one into the near corner. Picked up by York. Passes this one out to Wilson. Wilson will dump this one back in. 3:40 remaining in the frame. We'll do it again. Throwing it through was Varga. Back out. Varga gets the puck back, trying to get around everybody. Varga turning shot. Oh, just goes wide of the cage. Sikorsky throws one through. It's going to be picked up and dumped around. Bruce Miller throws one through the slot. Nobody home. This one gets dumped up and out of play. Souvenir in the 1921 club if you want it. 3:18 remaining. We'll have another face-off. Face-off will be one back. Up it goes. That'll be passed around, and Modrovic goes out. Oh, opportunity for Lazama coming the other way. Has Pyle. Throws one over. Tipped in front. Goes up, and it was a play by Sikorsky to keep that one out of the cage. Watson back to the point. It'll be blocked off. Opportunity coming the other way. Jennings. It's going to go all the way to Lorang with a little bit of help on Kohler. It does come out, but a nice play to keep it onside. Shot on, save made. Rebound opportunity there. That was Varga with the second chance. Nobody home. Kulak will take the puck, and it's going to be passed back out. Lazama into the zone. Lazama. A little bit of pressure there by Sikorsky. Goes back down. Deaney across. Sikorsky looking for Jennings. Up to Varga. He'll throw this one back into the zone in the near corner with 2:30 remaining. We're going to regroup. Back it goes. This is going to be Jack Watson. Pressure goes on him by Aiden Jennings. They'll regroup. Charlie PIHL passes one back, turned over by Varga. And coming the other way, none other than Luke Kohler. This is going to be offside. They need to readjust. It's going to be Nico Sikorsky. Passes one out for Jennings. On the backhand, throws one out for Varga. Varga's shot's going to be blocked. Rebound coming the other way is Kane. Kane coming in 2-on-2. Going to be a 3-on-2, but it's going to be offside. 1:52 remaining here in the second frame. 1-0 Quaker Valley leading. It is a PIHL Single A Blue Division matchup. We've got the number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 7 teams playing here at the Island this evening. Thank you for joining me here. My name is Brian Mitchell. This is Berg Hockey Live, Berg Hockey Night. D'Antonio will dump this one in behind the cage. So picked up by Wilson, throwing one around. Carried out and up. Past everybody for Bevis. Out of the zone it goes. McHenry's shot goes on Molka, and he'll hold on to it with 1:31 remaining. We'll say including that shot, that was a 34th shot for Quaker Valley in the contest. 10 shots for the Montour Spartans. Back up McHenry. Takes the face-off. One opportunity here. Vesbinder with a beautiful opportunity. But Molka up the task as Vesbinder got behind everybody and had all day to put the proper move on him. Unfortunately, threw one low, and Molka already down, stacked the pad. 1:24 remaining. We'll have another face-off. Very impressed with this sophomore netminder, Camden Molka. Vesbinder throws one out for Kane, but that's going to be a penalty coming up. A slashing call. And that's going to be on Montour. They're going to get the alternate captain, Luke Zacharias, the senior. And a power play coming up with 1:15 remaining for Quaker Valley. Third opportunity for the Quakers. Got back around. Kohler. And down for Modrovic. Up for Kohler. Shot will be low. Tip through and it'll be blocked. Coming back in. Modrovic gets the clearing pass back. Back up for Modrovic. Down. He'll shoot high on Molka. Save made. And Lazama was behind. Back for Kohler. Kohler over for Watson. Watson shot save made. Picked up nicely and cleared out by Saramac. The freshman impressing so far. That goes on the cage and there's a whistle. Figure out what the whistle is for. Offside. Okay. So come back on Jennings. Around Watson will dump this one down. So he picked up by Luke Kohler. Brings it into the zone is Ben McHenry. Gets around a couple defenders behind the cage. McHenry sets up shop in the corner. Up for Modrovic. Modrovic regrouping, switches with Lazama and McHenry. Back down Modrovic. 15 seconds remaining. Kohler looks for the tip in front. McHenry watches it go into the corner where Modrovic collects. Back out Lazama, wide open shot. Save actually just goes wide of the cage. Watson throws one in behind. Modrovic battles off with Sikorsky with no time remaining on the clock. We'll have ourselves an ice cut. Your score after 2 periods here at the RMU Island Sports Center. Quaker Valley 1, Montour 0. We'll be back with your third frame here and the out-of-town scoreboard from the RMU Island Sports Center.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Apologies for the out-of-town scoreboard. It usually happens as the coaches came after me this time. Brought me the scratches for the second set of games. Talked to both Coach Uring and Coach Fink momentarily. So here we go. Got 5 games that have scores. Right now from around the league, Seneca Valley leading Upper St. Clair at Ice Castle 1-0. Goal by Gwarrick. It's 22 saves by Owen Laurent for Upper St. Clair. Chris Nichols with 16 saves for the Raiders. Chartiers Valley leading Butler 3-1 at Frozen Pond. Tornabene with 2 goals for the Colts. Eichel with a goal for Butler. Eftimitis with a goal for Chartiers Valley. 9 saves for Ben Waldron. On the opposite side, it's Harper Slater with 21 saves for the Golden Tornado. From Hess, Neshannock leading Ringgold 3-2 in a battle of Titans in the D2 division. Grant Hennon with a hat trick for, technically a natty hattie, for the Lancers. The Rams, Bruce Santina and Brady Lippert, a goal apiece. Mason Ribnicki, 14 saves for the Rams. Tripp Johns, 14 saves for the Hempfield leading Penn Trafford 5-2 in a big matchup in Double-A. Sean Goodman getting a goal for the Warriors to open up. Andrew Bryant, Nate Planey, John Holtzman, Nick Krupe with goals for Hempfield before Nick Castelli brought it to a 4-2 game shorthanded. And Garen Gardner with a 5th goal for the Spartans. Huge game for the Spartans to be able to try to get into that number 1 spot heading into the break. That game's on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Tyler Funk, 32 saves for the Warriors. Evan Saltzgiver, 15 saves for the Spartans. And here, well, it's still 1-0. Quaker Valley leading Montour. A Jace Vassbinder goal in the first frame. Once again, this is Berg Hockey Live. Berg Hockey Night coming back for your third frame here. 45 seconds remaining on the power play for the Quakers. Austin McLean, your in-house DJ this evening, bringing the tunes to the island. A bunch of fans out here, good times found by everybody. Montour in the white, Molka having a solid contest for the Spartans. On the opposite side, quiet game for Ian Lorang, 10 saves in this, but 37 saves for Molka through 2. -17 your time frame. Quaker Valley with 45 seconds remaining on a power play. Special thanks to Cannon Mac coach Chuck Fink and Moon head coach Kobe Uring for handling the scratches like champs in that break for the next contest. Of course, 1 and 3 facing off after 1 and 7 face off here. But it is 1-0 Quaker Valley leading, and here we go. Third frame coming up. Montour, Quaker Valley. We are underway here in a third as Modrovich throws one around for Watson. Watson passes one up to Lizama. Lizama brings it in up for Kohler at the point. They'll dump it down looking for Lizama. It goes over to Modrovich. Lizama does collect it at one point. Back to Kohler. Misplays it temporarily. Varga will take it and dumps this one out. Oh, he had an opportunity with Kulak behind the defenders. But Watson's going to take that one back in. Fresh ice out here at the island. 15 seconds remaining on the power play. Lizama up for Modrovich. He'll carry it in. Back down around it'll go. Up to the point, Kohler throws one through that just goes wide of the cage. Be picked up by Montour. It's going to be dumped out as the penalty expires. Zacharias is going to chase it back in with Kohler. Back up Varga. Varga in the near corner. A little bit of pressure there from Watson. Nice play across. Modrovic up for Lazama. Back for Modrovic. Into the zone. Max Modrovic. Looking for the wraparound. Throws with front. Lazama. Shot scores! Lazama gets the goal as Molka was out of position coming back around. 15:51 remaining. 2-0 Quaker Valley leads. Talking about it behind the cage. Montour feels like something was missed on that play. They're talking about it. No goal. Goalie interference is the call. So it's still 1-0. I just caught up with the replay on this one. So yeah, I'm about to have it here in a couple seconds. Face-off coming to the left. Went back down. Kane around for McHenry. Danny up for Pyle. Pyle dumps one behind for McHenry. Tries to throw one in front. Goes back out to the point. Watson throws one through everybody. Up for Kane. It'll be tipped through. Diani over for McHenry. McHenry up to the point. Watson shot. Tipped through everybody around. And down it goes for Kane. Back up Kane. Opportunity here. It's passed through and through for McHenry. Back up to the point. Watson. Shot through, save made, rebound, and Molka will hold on to it. 14:59 remaining in the third. Face-off coming up to the right of the Spartans. Goes back behind. It'll be picked up and shot out to the point. D'Antonio shot through past Kronk. Goes back into the far wall. York. Back down Klimas. Klimas around. I am apparently not supposed to call him Klamos. He is Klimas, and he cleared it out for Zacharias. Back in behind D'Antonio. Around for Kronk. For the backhand, Kronk up for Keaton. Back out Lipinski. Into the zone. D'Antonio. Throws one up, pass for Kronk. 2-on-1, no, 2-on-2 coming into the zone. Wilson with a little bit of pressure on Kronk. York back around. Wilson knocks down York behind. D'Antonio throws one through, saved by Molka, and we're going to have a penalty coming up. One too many extra shots here, and an elbowing call is coming up. And that's going to be Colt Wilson. Another penalty here. Another power play opportunity for the Quaker Valley Quakers. Cleared back out to the point. Watson throws one across. Picked up by Kohler. Kohler over for Modrovic. Back to Kohler. Down to Watson shot. Save Molka. Rebound. Sikorsky throws one around looking for Jennings. Has Kohler there. Modrovic back down past Watson. And this will be cleared to length. Up it goes. Picked up by Luke Kohler. Throws one through up for Lizama. Matthias Lizama into the zone. Back for Vasbinder. Vasbinder's shot will be blocked. Varga trying to get around a couple defenders. It's tied up with Kohler. Watson will pass this one back for Modrovic. Jennings with the breakup. And down Modrovic. Up for Lizama. Out of the zone it goes. Lizama through everybody. Looks for the shot. Save Molka comes across. Modrovic. So the pressure. Jennings all over him. Back Modrovic shot. It's going to be blocked and that goes out of play. 54 seconds remaining in the power play for Quaker Valley. 12:48 remaining in regulation. Quaker Valley still holding on to a 1-0 lead. He's up, comes back, Kohler. Back for McHenry on the half wall. Out for Kohler. Back down to Watson. Watson, Kohler, McHenry. Shot, save, held on to. 12:31 remaining in the third frame. 37 seconds remaining in the power play. Face off one once again by Quaker Valley. Kohler back across. York dumps one down. McHenry throws one through. Watson had an opportunity across but was unable to finish up the play. Back for Pyle. Pyle to Kohler. Back to Pyle. Down to McHenry. Up for Kohler. 17 seconds remaining in the power play. McHenry setting it up. Shot on. Save. Back to Pyle down low. McHenry to Kohler. Kohler. Shot. Tipped in front and blocked off by Molka. Comes back off the back of the cage. 2 seconds remaining in the power play, and this is cleared out. A penalty will expire. 11:51 remaining in regulation. Both sides will regroup. Kohler passes one out for McHenry, who's still out on the ice. It's tipped out, and Kohler coming into the zone. Opportunity for Maurer. Kane dumps one back down. Back for Maurer. This gets bumped in by Kronk. Hit by Sikorsky. Comes back out, and Rogers will pass this one out, does clear the zone. Hogue with the pressure to get up to Bemis, and he gets leveled into the near zone. Back out Bruce Miller. Throws one across, dumped in Hogue. And this one goes up for Kane. Bemis will leave this one behind. Out comes Kane. Head of steam into the zone. Gets the puck taken off of him. This gets cleared up and back to the neutral zone. Quaker Valley needing to regroup. Bemis on the half wall. Throws one up to Diani. Diani over for Wilson. Back up for Bruce Miller. Out of the zone. Here comes Lizama. Head of steam. Lizama across. Gets tipped up. Hogue will throw this one up for Varga, and that gets tipped back into the near far corner. I apologize. Bemis will collect. Big hit by Varga. Oh, Bruce Miller had an opportunity. He gets laid out in front. Here comes Lizama into the zone. Oh, he gets around a defender. Shot on. Oh, it goes off the glove of Molka. Back behind Klimas. Throws one into the crowd, and it's a souvenir here at the RMU Island Sports Center. 10:13 remaining. Face-off coming down low. It's not a delay of game at the high school level. Varga steps in with Lizama. It'll be one back. Klimas across. Picked up by Saramac. Up for Varga. Varga into the zone. Gets tipped around. Back behind. Watson. Throws one up to the point. And that's going to be the net's off its moorings. 9:55 remaining in the third. Quaker Valley holding on to a 1-0 lead. Kulak will step in here with Modrovic, and they are going to call it outside the zone. So that changed your play. That will be Varga and Modrovic. Face-off will be won by Varga. Jennings brings it in, just dumps it in past the Watson. Watson in behind the cage. Takes one up off the backhand across the Lizama, dumped in by Klimas. Back around Varga. Throws one through, looking at Jennings, nobody home. PIHL gets tied up with his stick. Coming in, Modrovic, across for Lizama. Back Modrovic, in, shot, save made. That went off the top of the crossbar, no goal. Back down Watson. Klimas behind the net, he'll dump this one up. Kohler snags this one at short. Friendly fire between Varga and Jennings. Kohler comes in, throws one wide of Molka. Back down it goes behind. Kohler gets tied up temporarily by Klimas. Vestbinder's shot goes through the crease. And Kulak tries to tip one up for Jennings. Does get out, but it's going to be held onto by Kane. Saramon. Saramac falls down during the play. The freshman, let's watch Jennings be able to attempt to clear it. Kane with the opportunity across. Vestbinder gets tipped off nicely, and Montour holding on here for dear life. Jennings is going to watch, and they're going to get a line change here. No icing on the play. Watson, 8:26 remaining in regulation. Up it goes. Back Vestbinder will dump this one in. It's going to be picked up, and Wilson across. Wilson watches this one go up for Sikorsky. This will be dumped back in off of Wilson's stick. They'll regroup in the near corner. Wilson across for Sikorsky. Kane trying the pressure there. Back out it goes. Sikorsky around looking for Zacharias. Up past everybody. Varga keeps it in nicely. He watches it go in, and Zacharias can't take the pass. It's coming out of the zone. Vestbinder up for Kane. Back out it goes. Wilson can't get to it. Vestbinder regroups back down for Wilson. This one comes back out and goes the length of the ice. Kohler waits, throws one back out. Finding Maurer. Mauer's shot. Rebound comes on. It'll be tipped in front and held on to by Molka. Well, it's fun. I can tell you that much. These two going back and forth. Montour holding on for dear life on the opportunities by Quaker Valley. The Quakers, 46 shots. I'm not sure if that, including that number right there, 11 shots for the Spartans right now, but still a 1-0 lead. So it gets tipped back around, picked up by Colt Wilson. He kept in by Quaker Valley. Wilson able to get it out of the zone, opportunity coming the other way. Wilson, head of steam, throws a shot on. It's going to be blocked. Back down through opportunity in front, rolls on cage, and Lorang able to fall on it. Lorang not getting too much going on around him. That puck came in slow and was just rolling on the cage. He was able to smother it, lost it for half a second though. Face-off coming up to the left of the Quaker Valley cage. Modrovic will step in. And this will be one back, but it's going to go over under the stick of Saramac. This will be cleared back out. Modrovic up for Kohler. Lizama throws one around, finds Modrovic from the fly. Shot on glove down. Molka, 6:43 remaining in the regulation. 1-0 Quaker Valley leading. Golak will step back with Modrovic. It'll be picked up by Saramac. Varga on the half wall, can't collect it up to the point. Kohler will keep it in, but it's going to be picked up and carried out by Diani. Diani looking to just throw this one through everybody. No ice on the play. Kohler Picks up the puck and throws it around. Lizama gets stick checked back for Watson, and that puck ends up back in the far corner. Montour battling across, and it's going to be picked up and carried out by Lizama. Has PIHL to his, well, now his left. Was his right, now his left, but it's going to be taken off by Diani and dumped back out. Watson has to regroup with 6:01 remaining in regulation. Diani loses it to Lizama. Lizama comes in, nobody home. Modrovic watches Varga take it. Varga gets around to one defender, around Kane. Coming in on Watson. Varga tries to get around Watson, throws one through behind the cage. It comes across. And Rogers keeps it in temporarily, but goes back out. Klimas will chase this one back. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be an icing call. 5:35 remaining here in the third period. Face-off coming into the Quaker Valley zone. Bruce Miller will step in with Vasbinder. And this will be one back D'Antonio. He'll carry it out. He's going to have a hard time with a little bit of that forecheck from, but it's going to be McHenry coming across. Ooh, Vasbinder had an opportunity. Penalty coming up. It's going to be on Montour. Klimas will head off. 5:20 remaining. We'll have another power play coming up for Quaker Valley. Tripping is the call. Face off will be one back. Watson on the backhand across for Besbinder. Back down McHenry. Back across it goes. McHenry. PIHL back across, finds Watson. Watson to the top of the slot. Back for Kohler. It's going to be tipped off by Kulak. PIHL will dump this one back in. McHenry thinks about it, throws it to the point. Kohler. Shot looking for the tip in front. Another save by Molka. McHenry. Up for PIHL to Kohler. Back over to PIHL. Throw it in front, opportunity in front. That is Watson on the far post, was unable to finish it. We're trying to get it to Kulak. He is not going to get there first. A pair of 82s into the corner. This is going to be picked up and dumped around by PIHL. Watson into the near corner. Skates this one up and gets as far as center before he's able to get around the defender. Watson sneaks out with it. McHenry's shot just misses high and wide. Lizama back down. Modrovic throws one across. Watson tries to throw one through, and Modrovic shot saved by Molka. 3:59 remaining in regulation, 39 seconds remaining in a power play for Quaker Valley. 1-0, Quakers leading. If you're a little more hockey enthused, we have another game after this one. You'll have the Cannon McMillan Big Macs and the Moon Tigers, number 1 and 3 in this division. If this holds up, it'll be 2 and 3. Back out it goes, and at the time of print, they are 1 and 3. Lizama will carry it in. Up across, shot on Kane, up and out of play. 3:38 remaining, 18 seconds remaining in the power play. We'll have another face-off. Moon, 28 points. Kenny McMillan, 32 points. Right now, Quaker Valley, 31 points. Throwing it around. Watson. Down to Lizama. Across for Kohler. And that's just in one division. We're not even talking the gold division of single A. This is the blue division. Back down Lizama. All 4 teams, if the playoffs were to start today, are in the postseason. Shot on will be saved by Molka. Montour sitting in that 7 spot in single A blue. Very young team. Steve Young excited about the future, trying to get them the understanding of what it is to play varsity hockey and instill it correctly for the next couple years. With this group, Quaker Valley, like I said in the pregame, 3 straight quarterfinals for them. They're not happy about it, and neither is Coach Kevin Quinn. Right now it's 1-0, an opportunity there. Lizama's shot goes back around. PIHL. Back up to the point. Lizama off the crossbar and out of play. 2:39 remaining. We'll have another face-off. Miss Binder will step in with Varga. The captains will go at it. It'll be 1 back. McHenry up for Kohler. 2:38 remaining in regulation. Kohler just dumps this one into the near corner. Miss Binder across from McHenry. McHenry to the shot. Shot save made. Rebound comes off of Molka. Back down Varga around. Saramac. A little bit of pressure there on McHenry. McHenry falls down. Saramac behind. Pressure on McHenry. One more time. Up for Vesbinder. Vesbinder throws one through. It's tipped around. Wilson tries to tip this one out. It's going to go back down. McHenry behind the cage. Back up to the point. Kohler across. Shot on Watson. Glove save. Molka. 1:56 remaining. We will have a timeout here momentarily. Sorry. No. We do have a timeout on the ice. Some reminder, the RMU Island Sports Center, January 25th, 2026, home of the PIHL All-Star Games, All-Star Sunday, right around the corner. A little over a month here at this location. Going to be brought to you live on 10band.tv. Please join us on that Sunday afternoon, evening. It's going to be from basically 12 until whenever we feel like rolling out the AAA game. But, yeah, a lot of fun live. If you can't join us in person, join us on 10band.tv. But in this contest, 1-0, the only goal way back in the first period was Jace Vesbinder. And they said in the pregame, Steve Young was talking about the fact that they held them to a 1-0 lead all the way clear through 2 periods in the last time they faced off on the 2nd of October, and ended up losing their legs in the 3rd period, losing their focus, giving up those 4 goals to make it 5-0. Holding on pretty well in this contest so far. Back out it goes. It'll be shot on, and it'll be picked up. Sikorsky around. It goes out, up across. Opportunity here coming the other way. Kulak gets around, but PIHL able to clear it back out. Saramac across. Back into a zone. Zone throws one off of Varga. So he picked up by Kulak and dumped back into the zone. Lorang around for Watson. 1:30 remaining in regulation. This one goes back around and out. Net is empty on the opposite side. That puck is rolling. Sikorsky picks the puck up. Throw one out. 6 players out for the Spartans. Varga carrying it across center. Brings it into the zone. Has 4 black shirts to beat. That'll be picked up by Kohler. Lizama will carry it across. Lizama will throw this one just wide of the cage. So goes that Saramac. 1:03 remaining in regulation. Back up it goes. Saramac drops down. Varga regrouping. The Spartans needing a spark here. Varga getting around a defender. Varga into the zone, gets around a couple defenders. Shot on. Can't get enough on it. Behind it goes. Goes back out. Jennings around. Varga behind the cage, but it's going to be picked up by Quaker Valley first. And call offside. Nope. Penalty coming up. Lizama heads off. 41 seconds remaining. It's going to be a 6-on-4 for the Spartans. We do have a timeout. Another timeout on the ice. We'll be back momentarily.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Setting the stage here from the RMU Island Sports Center. 1-0 Quaker Valley leading. It's 41 seconds remaining in regulation. The Quakers just took a penalty on Matthias Lizama. He'll head off for 2. Down 1-0 Quaker Valley. Now going to have to kill a 6-on-4 as it looks like Molka is going to remain on the bench to start this one, as he should. It's going to be Saramak, Sikorsky, Wilson, Varga, Jennings, and Kulak on the opposite side. Well, let's see where it got there. It'll be who else clearing that one but Luke Kohler. 34 seconds remaining in regulation. Vazbinder, Modrovic, and Rogers on the opposite side. Oh, sorry, Watson on the opposite side. And back out. Sikorsky goes off the bench. That should come back. Let's see where they call this one. It's going to be down low. 19.5 seconds remaining in regulation. Face-off's going to be one back. Watson will take the puck back to the point. Sikorsky shot. Be blocked front. Tipped in front. Opportunity here. Opportunity for Montour. It's going to be a save by Lorang. Another face-off coming up. Bounced in. Had a couple white shirts in front. Threw one on. Lorang able to smother it. With 13.9 remaining in regulation, we'll have another face-off. Jennings will take the face-off against Modrovic. Face-off will be one back. Watson will take this one, try to clear it out again. Sikorsky going to keep it one more time. Hit off by Modrovic. Varga picks it up. 6 seconds remaining. It's going to be cleared back down the length of the ice. Wide of the cage. It's shorthanded. Vazbinder's going to get to it. No goal on that one. 1-0 is going to be your final. Quaker Valley going to hold on. Vazbinder with the goal into first. It's enough for this one. Final score from the RMU Island Sports Center. The Quaker Valley Quakers 1, the Montour Spartans 0. Thank you for joining me here for this single A matchup. Quaker Valley going to hold on to first place in the gold going into the break. Unless Cannon Mack can pull off this game next. Cannon McMillan Moon up next. We'll be back.